Now I may be reading too much into this, you know. I'm not sure if I actually am or not, but Alex Poatan Pereira, UFC legend, arguably the face of the UFC, has posted a video not too long ago of him and one of his coaches, Glover Teixeira, UFC legend, wrestling in the snow. Uh, Interesting video. You know, Alex loves to post his training videos. They're really fun to watch. Magomed Ankalaev, the guy who will be fighting Alex Poatan Pereira in the next 2 weeks, made a response to the video. He said that he hopes Alex is ready to wrestle with him for 25 minutes. He hopes Alex is ready to do that same wrestling in the snow shit he did with his coach with him for 25 minutes in the octagon in a couple of weeks. So I don't know what Magomed Ankalaev is insinuating by that. Okay, we have gotten a lot of media posts from Magomed about him only wanting to strike with Pereira, only striking. He said next to nothing about grappling him. He said he wants to beat Alex where he's best at. And while I think that's a stupid move, that's what Magomed Ankalaev has been wanting to do since his name was in conversations with Alex's name. But now we are getting like a last minute flip of the script where Magomed Ankalaev is now referring to grappling. And while it's not a blatant, exclamation, while Magomed isn't coming to the world and making a big video recording of him saying, I, Magomed Ankalaev, am not going to strike with Alex. I'm actually going to wrestle and grapple him, and I've just pretty much hoodwinked all of you guys for quite a while now. He's not doing that, but this response still says something. I think it still insinuates something. I think we are actually going to get a good amount of grappling in this fight. And Alex is somewhat prepared for it because Alex has been training grappling pretty heavily, time in, time out, a lot against his coach, Glover, as you've seen by the post here, or as you can see by the post here. But yeah, do I think Alex has trained enough to be like fully on par with Magomed Ankalaev on the ground? No. I think Alex is still wholeheartedly a kickboxer at heart, in his fighter, in his prime fighting form, and his striking base, his fighting base is striking. He's a striker. He can't be like immediately taken down and submitted. Maybe by Kamzat, but I don't know. I don't know if many other people can do that. But I think, I don't think Pereira is at the level, and I could be wrong. I don't think Pereira is at the level where, he can basically be taken down, immediately reverse position and get back up, or he can go like, takedown for takedown with the best grapplers in the world. I don't think Pereira is at that level yet, with his grappling. And I think he needs to pretty much be close to that level if he wants to outclass or pretty much, go band for band with a guy like Magomed Ankalaev on the ground. And if Magomed Ankalaev actually comes into this fight and decides to grapple almost immediately, I'm going to be shocked and very, very pleased with Magomed Ankalaev. I might even applaud him because it is a total fucking gotcha moment. It really is. Having everybody think that you're one of these other dumb guys like Jamal Hill who wants to just, play with his life and, knuckle up and with the guy that's known for being one of the fucking best on the feet instead of trying to target weaknesses and truly think about game plan and stuff like that. If Magomed Ankalaev turns out to be one of those guys who actually studies his opponents, reads their weaknesses, and targets their weaknesses, Magomed Ankalaev, he's going to be up there in my book. He's going to be up there in my book. I don't think too highly of him now. I'm not a fan of either fighter. I'm not really an Alex Pereira fan, and I'm not really a Magomed Ankalaev fan. I respect the hell out of both of them because they are both killers in their own rights. And I've said on multiple occasions that I'm going with Alex Pereira for this fight. I think Magomed Ankalaev is going to be reckless at times with his defense on the feet, and I think Alex has far too many weapons now on the feet to go to or utilize. That Magomed is pretty much fucked. If he decides not to spam grappling, not to spam wrestling. I think if you want to beat a guy like Pereira, you target Pereira's weaknesses. He's a kickboxer. His grappling know-how is building. He is improving there, but he's no Bo Nickel yet. He's no DC yet. He's still vulnerable there, and he's not please listen to me when I say he's not incredibly vulnerable. He's working on the grappling, but he's still vulnerable against grapplers that know how to fucking grapple and know how to grapple well. I would consider Magomed Ankalaev to be one of those guys. So I think, I think judging by what I just, going off of what I just posted, going off of this, what Magomed has, going off of Magomed's response to Alex's training in the snow video with his coach Glover, I think we are now looking at a chance where Magomed actually does decide to bring this fight to the ground. And if he does, Pereira's in trouble. Pereira is in fact in trouble if Magomed decides to bring this fight to the ground. I don't know. Again, I don't know how, specifically how capable Alex is at this point. Can Alex immediately get back up no matter what? I'm not sure. There's still a lot of variables. Despite all of them, I'm still going to go with Alex Pereira. I still will play it safe. I could risk it all and say, hey, fuck it. Magomed has pretty much kind of shown that he is going to use some grappling, so I'm going with Magomed. If Magomed decides to use the fucking smallest percentage of grappling, I'm going Magomed. I could say that, but I'm not. I'm still banking on Alex. I think Ankalaev, there's a small chance he is going to go to the grappling, especially based off of this. But I think Ankalaev is still going to utilize that striking. I think Ankalaev is still wants to strike with Pereira, and that wanting to strike is going to show in that fight. And he's going to want to step in the pocket. He's going to want to put on the pressure. He's going to want to throw. And when he decides to throw, he's putting himself in danger of becoming another highlight reel. Because Alex had the hook, the left hook, a killer move that has knocked out so many of his opponents. He added the head kick, the powerful ass head kick against Yuri. And now he's added the jab. The Alex Pereira jab that rearranged Khalil Roundtree's face is coming to this fight against Magomed Ankalaev. Those three things can fuck a motherfucker up, and I think they're definitely going to mess Ankalaev up if Ankalaev does not decide to spam grappling and wrestling every minute of this fight. I think for Ankalaev to win this fight, he's gonna have to fucking cling on to grappling. He's gonna have to be relentless as shit with bringing Pereira to the fucking ground. I'm talking the minute the fight starts, single leg. The minute the fight starts, blast double leg. The minute the fight starts, force clench work. And if they break out of the clench, you make sure you push Alex far the fuck away from you to where you can't get caught in that, small moment when both two fighters are breaking out of the clinch where anything could happen. Like a spinning elbow, spinning back fist, something crazy like that. So yeah, I think there's still a whole lot of variables, and a lot more variables have been added since this post and Magomed's response to the post. Nevertheless, I'm still sticking with my pick of Alex Pereira to beat Magomed. I think Magomed's going to be reckless, and I think Magomed cannot afford to be reckless for a second in this fight. But overall, you let me know what you think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, subscribe. I love you guys. And I'll see you all in the next.